that puppy power? Is that Scrappy Doo?
Scrappy.
That's what I always think of. That's actually just like the baseball thing, isn't it? But
Yeah.
I just think of it as Scrappy Doo. Because it does something similar to that before he says puppy power. Did he play baseball? Was that what that was about?
No, he never played baseball.
Was that
Did
Scooby-Doo about baseball? It's really just Shaggy's like the coach of like a a kid's baseball team, but he gets really high and then imagines all of this is happening. And all of them are like the team. Like Fred's like the one that's actually good at baseball.
Yeah.
Velma is like really smart and she calculates all of the plays really well. Daphne's just her entire character is just being attractive, isn't it?
She's what's his name's eye candy.
Yeah, Fred,
yeah.
They go off together all the time when no one's around. Totally not banging. Let's all split up. You go look everywhere else and me and Daphne will go fuck in this cupboard.
So wait,
in a cupboard.
So Shaggy,
not in a closet, in a cupboard.
No,
it's like they have to squat down quite a lot.
Compact. Yeah, so Shaggy just went to get high.
Yep.
Those two into that just went to go far.
Velma is the only one ever solving mysteries.
She's the only one ever doing shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because she's the smart one and everyone else is a fucking idiot.
Average just stoners or horny kids. Wow.
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo. Crazy.
A stoner and his dog who also gets high.
You think
because
his
he's
dog gets
around
high?
him all the time.
Ah, yeah. I guess second
That's
hand.
why they always have the munchies.
Yeah. Scooby snacks, man.
Yeah. Scooby snacks.
It's a wonderful waste of time. It's a wonderful waste of time. It's a wonderful waste of time. It's a wonderful waste of time.
It's 28, isn't it? Yeah, 28. Hello and welcome to the 25th... 25th? Shit. It's because you looked at me with confusion.
What? No, you can't play. It's a fact.
I forgot
5
numbers.
seconds. 5 seconds before that. What? It's 28, right? Yeah. 28.
Yeah.
Great. Hello and welcome to the 25th. Hold on.
Hello and welcome to the 28th ever A Wonderful Waste of Time podcast. The show where we look a little bit deeper into the things we like, love and hate.
Like maths.
Like maths, my inability to just retain a number that I said 10 seconds ago.
So that's ruined me.
I'm Kross Question, and with me as always is...
S.G. That's what I've done with that.
G.
Yeah. I thought I'd put some action at the end of that.
Yeah, you put a little stank on it.
You say stank?
Yeah,
Whoa.
put a little stank on it.
Love sauce. You know? It's like the end was the sauce to the chips.
Great. That meant nothing.
It meant a lot.
It was just some things you threw in the same direction.
Yeah, no, it's more because sauce and chips goes well together. Yeah. That was all that was.
Great, yeah.
All that was. Well,
cool.
So
this is the version of the podcast where we put together a top 5 list. So I spin a wheel, and then whatever it lands on, we pick the best of the thing in that category.
Can I just ask?
Yeah.
What direction is this wheel spinning?
It spins in sort of a clockwise fashion.
In sort of a clockwise fashion.
in mostly a clockwise fashion.
Go. It's just so, the people out there can get a visual embodiment of this wheel.
Yeah.
You know? Sometimes I feel like they get the noises, but do they get the image? Do they get the picture? So
yeah, they don't see it the way we do. I think the majority of people, if you picture a spinning wheel, picture it spinning clockwise.
Do you think that's all?
I think
instantly
the majority
of
people.
So if you picture it
unless you're an anti-clock maker and you just make backwards clocks, then that's the way you see everything going. You automatically go, yeah, it probably goes to the left, doesn't it?
Okay. I mean, I don't
but
think
does it go to the left?
exists.
That's the question, because it goes to the left at the top, but it goes to the right at the bottom. That's how circles work.
Wow. This is so educational.
I know, I'm teaching you a lot about shapes.
Shapes.
Yeah, we're gonna do colours next episode.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
this has got
it's
so
gonna be
fun. So fun. The wheel's got a couple colours in it as well.
It has. It is a
Actually,
multicoloured wheel.
Oh, yeah, that's
Let's not give all our secrets away.
Gosh.
Fucking hell, everyone will be starting their own podcast if they know we've got different colours on our wheel. Should we spin the wheel? When I spin it, what noise would you like to make? I think you should do something saucy with a little bit of stank on it.
Saucy with
Sauce.
What is that as a
A
description?
little bit of stank sauce.
What is that as a description? Like, what do I... What?
I don't know.
Whoa.
I don't know what it means, but you're going to do it.
Okay.
Right now.
Alright, go on.
Go.
Sauce!
I like that it was like a jingle. If I was selling a sauce called stank sauce, that's what I would use.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's what's happening. You don't get any more from me than that.
I hope we get sponsored by stank sauce. The sauce I've just invented. Can I sponsor myself? Pointless, but I can do.
Like, I don't think you get much from that.
No.
No.
Should I stop the wheel?
Yeah, because you don't get any more.
Stop. So it's top 5 collaborative. I've got collaborative albums, but I think it's just music in general.
Albums.
Collaborative.
Well, I mean, every album's collaborative.
But I mean in more of a direct way.
So, like, Watch the Throne, Jay-Z, and
Exactly.
Kanye.
Because as much as
Yeah.
every Kanye West album has loads of people working on it,
That
I mean something where it's
specifics.
like a known artist and another known artist, and they put their names on it or a different name for them as a group or
As a
whatever.
group. Okay.
That kind of thing.
I
Because
fucks with that.
not just like a production thing. It's like one of Beck's albums, Modern Guilt, had Danger Mouse on it.
Yeah,
He did most of the
yeah,
production for
yeah.
it, but it still says Beck on the album cover.
I can see you
so
reading
that's
off.
not the collaborative.
Yeah,
thing.
I can see you reading off a lot of doom in this.
Oh, I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got like a library next to me.
Yeah, I was just thinking,
Which
Doom's got quite a
helps.
few of these.
Yeah, exactly. I really respect that he doesn't just get a producer on it and then put his name on it. He puts both of their names on it.
Entity.
I think that brings in more draw as well.
It
because
does.
the people that like them are going to come in for it.
Yeah, you've just doubled your.
I didn't know
audience.
that Beck album I was talking about. I didn't know that Danger Mouse was on it. If I'd known Danger Mouse was on it, I would have probably been more intrigued by it in the first place because I like Danger Mouse. So I think it can be a really big thing that's helpful.
What if they're like a rap group?
I feel like if they started off as a group first,
Okay.
no.
Okay, so
If they became a group after they were more established, then yes.
so
Because then it's like a super group.
yeah, no, because I just wanted to establish on this one. So Wu-Tang Clan,
No.
Meth and Red,
Yes, I
Cool.
guess. Yeah.
cool.
Well, was Redman really established? Or
What when he joined?
didn't he
Meth?
get more famous because of Method Man?
I mean, it probably that was like a bit. I mean, Method was definitely more established, but that's it's not fair. It's not fair. I mean, like Method was part of one of the biggest rap groups ever. Like,
Yeah.
you
I
can't
feel like he
compare.
would have still done well on his own anyway.
What, Meth?
Yeah.
Of course. Of course. He's like...
I don't think it's just because of
ridiculous.
Wu-Tang Clan. Yeah.
Ridiculous. M-E-T-H-O-D, man. Right.
But I suppose, again, like you say, a group like Wu-Tang Clan is a good example of they all get credit for it. It is them all together, but that could easily have been RZA behind closed doors producing stuff for everyone.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
it was, he kind of put the group together, didn't he?
Yeah, it was the mastermind more so. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it has to be something where it's a collaborative in terms of they already existed. They can't be the
And
group
then they
together.
brought it to... Yeah, okay.
You can't do
cool.
Outcasts just because they've both had solo careers afterwards.
Afterwards, but
It needs to be that they came together
initial-
for this thing.
Cool. Yeah, alright. Cool. Well, I mean, I've already mentioned one, so we're going to go straight off the bat with Watch the Throne, because, like, Watch the Throne is flipping... It is ridiculously good. It is actually a really good album.
I'm not that big on it.
Really? Not
Personally.
even like, just... Alright.
I'm not a big fan of self-indulgent rap in the first place. I know Kanye does that a bit anyway.
Yeah.
But
Jay-Z's
I find
all
it
that
worse.
as well.
I don't think he does as much of it. On a lot of songs that I like.
Yeah.
don't think he does it as much, but I think on that album they do it to each other, and that kind of puts me off.
Yeah.
They're kind of just bigging each other up, and it's a bit, yeah, we get it, you're friends.
And you're very rich, yeah. No, fair, no, that's a really good point, man.
I know Jay-Z does do it as well, but I think Kanye does it more, because Kanye is just like
I think they've got
talking
different
about
ways.
brand names and stuff like that.
So that's see, that's the thing. I feel
I
like
find that more
Kanye's more self-indulgent in the sense of himself, if you get what I mean. He just brags about himself, whereas Jay-Z is a really big money talker. You know, like
maybe I just don't listen to enough Jay-Z to really hear him saying it a lot. I listen to far more Kanye West than I do Jay-Z.
Fair, yeah, no, yeah, fair enough. I do as well, to be fair. So, I agree. But it's still really good. Really good album. Like, there's Otis obviously was there, you know, breakthrough, and Otis and N-Words in Paris.
You're allowed to say it.
Well, I'm not gonna get.
Feels uncomfortable to say it as a song title, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's still weird.
Yeah, you know what? I'll probably prefer it in the lyrics than the
people
actual
just
title.
call it
you know?
In Paris.
Yeah.
That's what most people refer to it as to avoid saying
in Paris. No, they do that a nod.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they say in Paris,
like it's a secret. Yeah. Have you heard in Paris?
Oh man, yeah. So that song's really good. That was a good club album. Otis is just a really good production.
In Paris, the background music that other people have pointed out, but it sounds a lot like the music from the film 12 Monkeys. Have you ever heard that? Can I pause the episode for a minute just to show you this, because I think it's funny.
Go for it. Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Sounds pretty similar, doesn't it?
Sounds pretty similar.
Weirdly, if anyone else would like to, go on to YouTube or Spotify or some other shit, and then search those two songs and listen to them one after the other. It's the main. I think it's just the main theme. If you just search 12 Monkeys soundtrack, it will come up as the first thing. But yeah, weirdly similar.
Cool, yeah.
I don't know if other people have pointed that out. Probably.
To be fair though, Kanye seems like the type to do that.
Oh yeah, he does.
You know, he would.
Everyone's doing it. Lazily. They are. Everyone's doing it. All of the producers that you feel like know better are sampling things and not crediting them.
Oh yeah.
And it's silly.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but what is really original these days? You know?
I don't know.
You know?
But come on, Pharrell.
Oh no, Pharrell's not ripped anyone off at all. He gave all of those soul singers.
I draw the line at ripping off Marvin Gaye.
No.
It's a bit much.
He didn't rip off Marvin Gaye. Come on.
Do you want me to play those two back to back as well? Have you heard that?
They sound a bit similar. That's all that is.
Does that count as that's not really a collaboration? But I suppose that is another thing. What if somebody is sampling someone's entire work? Like there is a mashup Doom album.
Yeah.
That is Sade Doom.
Okay,
that
yeah,
is just somebody mixed the two together.
Yeah.
Does that count as a collaborative album?
I was going to ask about
I think Danger Mouse again. Did, Jay-Z mixed with the Beatles.
I was going to say the Linkin Park.
It's called the Grey Album. That's a collaboration, though, isn't it? That's actually just a straight up collaboration.
Yeah, but it's just a mashup of the. No, it is.
A
lot of the tracks are tracks that either Jay-Z's top. Pardon me. Either Jay-Z has done or Linkin Park has done.
Yeah.
And then they've just kind of mixed them
together.
Yeah. So Numb and Core was Numb from Linkin Park.
What was that called?
And then
Hybrid Theory. Wasn't it that album?
Was that what the album was called?
No, but the Linkin Park album that all the stuff was from. Was it not the album Hybrid Theory?
I'm not too sure. Actually. I'm more educated on the Jay-Z side than I am on the Linkin Park. I do like Linkin Park though.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
But does that count? Do mashups count? I have a favourite mashup.
What, my favourite mashup album?
I have a favourite mashup album.
Is this the Doom Sade?
No, it's not. That is good though.
Sounds really good.
No, so Cecil Otter and someone else. So Cecil Otter's from Doomtree. He and someone else made a mashup album of Wu-Tang Clan songs mixed with the alt punk band Fugazi. It's called Wugazi, obviously. It's really good. Like, people should go and listen to that. It's really good.
If not just for the originality of the name.
The name's brilliant. But it's really good because it's Wu-Tang stuff. It's not just Wu-Tang stuff. So it is some of their solo stuff as well. And some Gravediggers as well.
Cool.
But all over, like, alt rock, punky stuff. Because if if you don't know who Fugazi were. So one of the people from Fugazi was in Minor Threat, who are a big punk band.
Yeah.
But then it's more like, it's punky sounding, but it's slower. It's more musical.
What year?
than
What
punk
year? What year
a
was
lot of
this?
the time. I can't remember but they had about 4 albums.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know the word fugazi. And I know the period.
Fugazi.
Yeah, but I don't know about fugazi. I don't know if maybe it's spelled differently or if I'm just pronouncing it specially. But cool.
Hold on,
Sound
I'm
interesting.
reaching for a record to try and find a
seriously
year.
flipping through.
I have
It's
2
quite
Fugazi
impressive.
records. 1993.
Oh,
this
okay,
one
that's a
is.
lot later than I thought it would be. Yeah.
No, it was 90s.
Thinking about 70s. I was thinking about 80s, 70s, you know?
I think it was all 90s. But yeah, that's a really good mashup album. I don't know if that counts. Are we going to count mashups, or is it more direct collaborations? Really, if anything, that's a three-way collaboration, having Cecil make it as well.
Yeah, and then there's a third. That's an interesting one, actually. Because they're not originals. I think maybe it should be judged on original bits of work.
Yeah.
You know, and
where it was intended to be mushed together. Mashed. Whatever. Where it was intended to be put together rather than somebody else decided to put it together.
Yeah.
So not
basically.
not remixes.
Yeah.
So
essentially.
that,
So in fact, Jay-Z
count out
and
the
Linkin
Linkin
Park
Park
go,
thing
yeah.
as well.
Damn,
Yeah.
great album as well.
While we're talking about Doom, I suppose I should probably go through those now. Just
go for it.
It's
I'm
going to
pretty
happen
sure
at some
I'm
point.
pretty sure. Strap in, guys.
For anyone who doesn't know, I have almost every single Doom album on vinyl, except for the Special Herbs, 'cause they're expensive. But I'm going to go through that at some point as well. So the biggest one, which isn't my favourite one,
Yeah.
the biggest one is obviously Mad Villain,
Yeah.
which is Mad Lib
Bad Leopard.
and Doom.
Yeah.
It's a really fucking amazing
Great
album.
Really good album.
Like that's like an inarguably
yeah.
solid
yeah,
album.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I say, it's not my favourite one.
Really?
No.
Which is?
My favourite is Danger Doom, The Mouse in the Mask, which is Danger Mouse, who I keep talking about.
Yeah.
Danger Mouse does a lot of collaborations. He's done some really good collaborative albums.
So you get out there sometimes, man.
Yeah. So it's them two together, but it's also a lot of Adult Swim samples.
Okay.
So it's all this cartoony stuff as well.
What's the one that they all rinsed, man? Young Team Hunger Force or something like that?
Aqua Team Hunger
Force
is a running thing through it.
Absolute the rinse. I must have heard some of it.
Great show.
I think I've heard some of it then.
But yeah, there's stuff all the way through, but they got them to do original stuff for it as well.
Oh yeah.
So they got the voice actors
from
Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Master Shake keeps calling them up and trying to get on the album and complaining about not being on it. It's just so beautiful.
That's good.
There's a lot of just little samples from stuff. There's even just like I think there's like one Family Guy sample and stuff like that. It's just anything that was on Adult Swim at the time.
Yeah.
But I really like that album, and there's some really weird stuff on there, and I really like a lot of the beats on there because they are very Danger Mouse, and I like that shit.
Danger Mouse-esque.
Yeah, there's like samples that you can hear would easily work in like a Niles Barkley song as well.
Yeah.
Where it's all like this a cappella sounding singing and stuff like that, really vintage sounding samples mixed with really new sounding beats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's why I like that. Yeah. Whereas Mad Villain, as much as I think it's an amazing and really solid album, I think it's because of the Adult Swim stuff as well.
Yeah.
I think that's me. You know, that's all that stuff I really enjoy. So that
one, yeah.
Really
Mad Villain's just
and it's actually some of my favourite lines are on Mad Villain as well. Though those two are definitely the best two.
Mad Villain's just got
Doom
some
albums for me.
Strong lyrics. Like just the production value is really good
Meat
as well.
Grinder and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's really just
Meat Grinder, Accordion. There's a lot of really good songs on there.
Yeah.
But I would say let's put both of those on there for now. But he has obviously done quite a lot more. He's got like the one with Bishop Nehru and stuff like that.
Really?
It's a good album.
Is that recent?
Yeah, quite recent.
It must be.
Yeah,
okay,
it was after he'd only had one album out, I think.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what? I went for a Bishop phase. You know, like I I really liked his stuff. Didn't know he worked with him like that.
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It's a good album. It's not as strong as the other two, but it is a good album. I like it. It's called Neruvian Doom. No, Sounds of the Sun. That's
Sounds of the Sun.
Of the Sun, like S-O-N.
Oh, S-O-N.
Like he's training him up was kind of the whole concept sound of the album. Neruvian Doom's
I do know
the
about
group
this.
name.
I do know about this. It was this was what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, maybe a bit longer.
Yeah,
2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, no, I haven't listened. I may have listened to the album though, because that was the period where I was all over Bishop Neru's fucking dick. You know, not literally, because you know,
only in my dreams. Right?
Actually, it's not what my dreams are like those times. Yeah, interesting. That is really interesting. As you're thinking of the next Doom, which I'm guessing.
I know. I think I
don't
know if there's any more that I particularly want to talk about. It was those two that I felt like.
No, Mad Villain's definitely, but it's a classic as well. That's like, Mad Villain's a proper cult classic as well. It's like, for quite a definitive, piece of work.
It's a very iconic album.
Yeah.
It's definitely a classic album. But I like I say, I prefer Danger Doom.
There you go. There you go.
That's me. Yeah. And he's obviously doing more collaborative stuff. He's doing an album with Ghostface as well at the moment, supposedly.
I heard he's a killer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I believe he's not actually doing it under Ghostface either, though. I think he's doing it under Tony Stark's.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Fair
I think
enough.
it's going to be called, like, Stark's Doom or something like that.
Cool.
But,
yeah.
Ghostface Doom is a better name.
Ghostface Doom sounds badass.
But I believe he was
like
talking about doing it with Tony Stark's.
Oh, okay. Wait, what's this Tony Stark's one about?
Well, he had an album called Iron Man, didn't he? So he uses Tony Stark's a lot. Okay. But I talked about Danger Doom a lot. I talked about Danger Mouse a lot. And I mentioned Niles Barkley. That is a collaborative album. That's not how they started out, is it?
Which album is that?
Niles Barkley. Yeah. 2 albums.
Wow.
Do you not like Niles Barkley? I love Niles Barkley.
I'm not fast. I don't have any strong emotions towards Niles Barkley at all.
Really? Their first album is I like both of their albums, but their first album I think is really, really good.
I don't know, man. You know what it is with Niles, right? And this is one reason you can like someone, but he was not a flaky.
Not a person. It was a group.
Niles Barkley.
It's 2 people.
What, the singer and what's it?
It's CeeLo Green.
Yeah.
And Danger Mouse. Niles Barkley is a collaborative album.
Oh my god!
Do you not realise it's 2 people? It wasn't
I've been calling CeeLo Green. Niles
it's not
Barkley
another name
time,
for him. No, it's them together. Oh my, it's a play on Charles Barkley, obviously.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's both them together. It's always Danger Mouse. That was the point. Because CeeLo obviously had done solo stuff and
yeah.
And then Danger Mouse had already done loads of stuff.
This has changed everything. This has changed everything for me. This is okay. Now I'm it's just different. Now I'm different because you know what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
This is mostly about CeeLo Green. No, I'm really big on CeeLo Green, but I didn't like it because I thought he changed his fucking name to Niles Barkley.
Oh no!
And started doing all this bullshit shit. No. I am so uneducated.
No, that's ridiculous. That's why CeeLo Green has had solo albums. CeeLo Green as well.
I thought he was just trying to do switch up shit.
That's both of them. Yeah.
Oh,
supposedly they're working on a 3rd album as well, which I need in my life.
What songs were Niles Barkley?
Crazy was obviously the biggest one.
Yeah, okay. It was
their cover of Gone Daddy Gone was pretty big as well. That was used in a lot of stuff. That's a Violent Femmes song, but their cover of it's pretty good. That got a lot of adverts and stuff.
This makes a lot more sense.
But my favourite songs are on the first album. Stuff like Transform. I don't know if it's just called Monsters. The one that's like, there's a monster in my closet. Something underneath my bed. That and Feng Shui.
Yeah.
Feng Shui is really good as well.
But yeah, go on.
No, I'm not going to sing more, but yeah.
Oh,
it's a really good album.
Cool. Oh wow, that's really changed my view on him because he's done like rap things before as well where he was really good. Like CeeLo, this is like he was really good at his rap stuff, and then obviously brought his little soul singing.
Yeah,
it was really good. But I didn't. Yeah, okay. I just thought this Niles Barkley thing was just a reimagining. I didn't know there was
it was just a separate project. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I like that more than his solo, the more recent one where Lady Killer. It was cool, wasn't it?
I haven't listened to it.
That was alright, but I didn't like that as much. I much preferred that.
Okay.
Prefer Niles Barkley.
So this
You
is
should
one.
listen to that. I can't believe you've not really listened to
I
it.
know what. No, I just never. You know what? I just thought, CeeLo, what are you doing? Like that was all that was. Back to the albums though. Mos Def, Talib Kweli.
Oh yeah,
Come
Black Star.
Together to be Black Star.
Yeah.
Banging.
Yeah, you do one album.
Yeah, I think it was. Just
It's
that
good.
one
I've just
Black
thought of someone else really good. Just from the way that you said Black Star like that.
Yeah.
Made me think of something else I'll talk about afterwards.
Okay,
But this
cool.
is going to shoot close to the top of your
Yeah.
list, probably.
All right.
Let's talk about Black Star first. Then.
Yeah. I know that's just.
I'm a really big fan of both of them separately. And yeah, there's a good album with them together.
Tremendous fan of both of them separately. More
Yeah.
so Mos Def, but Talib Kweli's got a lot of great
Yeah, I really
solo
like Talib.
stuff. But that album.
I like the
is
Kanye
just,
Talib stuff as well. He's really good over.
The Kanye did listen
West
to him.
bits.
Listen.
I don't know.
Oh mate, such a great,
He
just
did.
a great song.
What's the one I really like? Fuck.
I mean, so I'm just gonna go through some of the songs I really like on that. Brown Skin Lady, great song. That's a really good song. Obviously, power to the black skin woman. I meant that. I didn't need to laugh after that. To be fair, that was actually a serious comment.
You just. I mean it. I just felt silly saying it in that fashion.
Yeah, in that fashion.
Like, if I said it more seriously,
yeah, exactly. If I said it with the gravitas that
Yeah.
it deserved, unfortunately I didn't. Twice in the Lap. This is twice in the Lap. Yeah, that's good. There was one more I really liked. It's not the children's story one, even though I thought it was pretty cool. Because that was just him. That was just Mos Def on that one on children's story, and they were just basically ripping off.
Slick
what do you
Rick.
call it? Yeah.
A lot of people
Who
have
didn't
done
know
that kind of stuff.
Didn't know Slick Rick was the UK.
Yeah, you didn't know he's from like
Yeah.
London.
Yeah, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's why he's got that weird accent that is sort of like it's like he's trying to retain an English accent,
Yeah,
but
but
he
he's
doesn't
just-
really have it anymore. That's
Yeah.
why he's got that weird sort of. It sounds like a fake English accent because
I thought it
I
was quite
think
old
he's
school
just
American,
around American people so much,
Yeah.
but he still wants to sound like himself. So it's weird.
Yeah. No, I was just.
He
Didn't know that.
does. He has a strange voice because of that. But
Yeah.
no, he is. Get By is
Just
the
to
very
get-
Kanye West one that I
Just
really
to
like.
get- Yeah.
But I wouldn't call that's not a collaborative album. He was just a producer on that album.
Yeah, no.
I
they
wouldn't
did do
throw
a lot
that
of-
in.
They do a lot of collaborative albums in that.
Yeah, Black Star is a good album. Should I throw in the one that I thought of that I think is going to shoot quite high up in your list? I've thought
Go
of
for
another
it.
one as well for later on.
Go for it.
Have you heard of two young whippersnappers? One of them is called Nas.
Yeah.
The other one is called Junior Gong.
Great album.
Distant Relatives.
Great album.
Yeah.
Oh my
As
God.
We Enter is such a fucking good
As We
song.
Enter.
Yeah. His voice is amazing.
Jesus. Oh, what? I'm almost ashamed of myself for not
Yeah.
even. That never even came up in my
That's
whole.
a good album.
That's a great album.
Yeah, I need to get that album.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I'm Spotifying that today, man.
That is.
Whoa, yeah. Well played, man. Well played, man.
We've got a lot of rap. We need to go on to some other stuff as well.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
But,
What was that?
It's in our wheelhouse mostly.
Sorry. I was just defeated by the lack of words that just came out in that sentence. Rap. Oh, yeah, great album.
Yeah.
Very strong. I mean, like Nas always does his thing, but it's definitely Junior Gong, man.
Yeah.
Like,
It's weird because I never really listened to his music that much.
Yeah.
But stuff like that I really like. The only Skrillex song I like is the one that he's on.
With him on. Yeah, man.
So I don't
you
know
should
why I don't
definitely-
listen to him more.
Yeah, you should, man. Wait, let me just not misquote him, but he did do Beautiful, right? Beautiful. Dun, 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 ooh, that's Demi Marley.
Yeah, it's Damian Marley.
Yeah.
That's his brother.
Yeah. So there you
And
go.
Bobby Brown.
But I mean, you know, they're basically the same person. They're all Bob, just extensions of.
Well, he's named up. That's what Junior Gong is. He's named after Bob
I mean, like, come on.
because he was Gong and he's Junior Gong.
He's Junior Gong. Wow.
No, that is it. Literally, that is.
Oh.
It was a nickname. One of his nicknames.
It was Gong.
Oh, Summit Gong.
Oh,
I think it was just Gong.
Cool.
That'd be weird.
I don't
It was
know.
just
It could be
gong.
like it's the noise that you make when you hit a big gong. Oh Jesus. Yeah, okay, that was a bummer. But anyways, they do some great stuff. There's another song on that that's not As We Entered though. There's another one that's just cold, and it's messing me.
I'm confused now.
What?
Damian Marley is Junior Gong.
I knew it. Thank you.
Who's the other one then?
So you've got Stephen, I think it is Stephen Marley, and then you've got one other that does.
So his nickname comes from his father's name, Tough Gong.
Tough Gong. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So why did he go Junior Gong for that one? And then
I don't know. Maybe that's just more his rap stuff is maybe that's Junior Gong,
so,
and then his reggae stuff is just Damian Marley.
Okay.
Which brother am I thinking of?
There are quite a few of them as well.
There are quite a few.
I think that there's 3 really successful ones, and then there's quite a few of them. So it's got Stephen Marley. Who's the other one?
Maybe it's not. Maybe. Oh, fuck me.
You sure it's not Stephen?
Doesn't matter. It might be. Yeah.
I know Stephen does his music, but you're really stuck in this now.
Yeah, it's gonna bug me.
The mystery of the Marley bloodline.
I was thinking of Ziggy Marley.
Ziggy. Okay, cool. What? Wait. What songs has Ziggy done?
Fuck me, I don't know. It was more that I remember him doing acting and stuff as well.
Is Ziggy like the skinnier one? Like looks a bit more timid than
He's
the
the
rest.
one that looks more like Bob Marley. He looks shitloads like him.
Okay.
Look,
fair
it's
enough.
basically the same fucking bloke.
Yeah, these two pictures
that might
are
be a picture of him.
genuinely. That's quite it's quite interesting. Cool, fair enough. Damien is obviously the most known, but also my favourite.
I
of the
forgot,
Marleys.
but we forgot he's the same person.
He's the same person.
Yeah.
That's great. So he did do
The
Beautiful.
Knoll brothers. That's
which
why
is
they
a
look so
great song.
similar. It's because it's the same guy. They're not just
But,
twins.
I didn't want to be, like, every dreadlock guy, What's wrong with me?
That's not what I think anyone assumed. You've dug a hole there.
Oh, Jesus.
One of my other favourite collaborative albums that's a rapper and sort of not a rapper, but she sort of makes... It's kind of like rap. She just makes like this weird freeform, like folky music.
Who's this?
So there's a band called The Uncluded, and it's Aesop Rock and Kimya Dawson from the Mouldy Peaches. So it's really weird because her style is just like talking. So it's kind of like poetry.
Yeah.
So it is kind of like rap, but with absolutely
More
zero
freedom to
attitude and style of rap.
Yeah.
But they fit together so well. It's a really cool album. It's a really good
What's the name of the album?
style. The band's called The Uncluded. I think the album was called Uncluded as well.
Cool.
But they started doing stuff together. They made a song together a while ago for Record Store Day, which I have.
I've got 2.
Okay, I won't finish my story.
No,
then.
do finish it.
I was just going to say, they did a song together for Record Store Day called Bats, Skeleton, which is one of Aesop's albums, and then they did The Uncluded. So they did a thing together, then she was collaborating. Maybe they'd already done that, probably. They'd probably already done the stuff for the album. The album just hadn't come out, and they did the Record Store Day thing and named themselves The Uncluded for that. And then that happened, and then that happened.
Oh, so
yeah,
was Aesop part of The
mix.
Uncluded?
So The Uncluded is him and Kimya Dawson.
Oh, that's the band.
Yeah.
So
But she has also been on his album, but not as a collaborative thing. She just like featured on his album.
Cool. Fair enough.
He also has obviously Hail Mary Mallon, which is him and Rob Sonic, which is quite good as well. Their
Rob
album Bestiary is really good. Who's Rob Sonic?
Yeah,
he's another rapper.
Oh,
it's a good.
Jesus.
It's a good name, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a really
Rob
good
Sonic.
name. So yeah, my moment. There were obviously 2 frontmen in Linkin Park.
Chester Bennington and Mike Shinoda.
Yeah, so Mike Shinoda had another.
Fort Minor. Yeah.
Yes, and that's Fort Minor that's a great...
I never really got super into Fort Minor.
Really?
I really like the one collaborative song of, I think it was Fort Minor, or it might have just been Mike Shinoda, but it wasn't Linkin Park, I don't think.
Yeah.
Or was it? Questions! With the Executioners. The song, I'll have you know when I remember what it's called, is called It's Going Down.
Cool. Not familiar with that, actually. But the album, the Fort Minor album...
It was with Linkin Park.
Okay, cool. I mean, Fort Minor does count, doesn't it? Because, like, Mike Shinoda was established in his own right.
Yeah,
from Linkin
Well,
Park. And
was
then
he with
got
other
to,
people
yeah,
that were
yeah,
known?
yeah,
Who were the other people?
So, let me
Or was
just
it just like
quickly-
another band? Because I don't think it counts.
Oh,
I
no!
feel like they also need to have been established.
Okay, well, so you got Tak Bear Bashir, Ryan Patrick Michigan, and DJ Cheap Shot, right? Now, none of those names ring any bells to me,
No.
but they were established and alright. I say this with no background info, but I really want. It was a project basically. It was his own. He made a little project from people that he knew that were doing other things outside of Linkin Park.
Fort Minor isn't a band. It refers solely to Mike Shinoda. Is what Wikipedia says.
Why would he do that? No, that's ridiculous.
It says Fort Minor was an American hip hop side project of Mike Shinoda, and it doesn't list anyone else as being in the band.
That's so ridiculous.
So-
There's like 4 other people who helped him do everything
But
he done.
it was probably they were like
He was
on
just the
an
rapper on
album.
it though. He was just the
yeah,
vocals.
but it's his project, so it's not really a collaborative thing. If it was him first and
Damn.
foremost,
Well,
but this is like
yeah, no, fair, no,
the,
makes sense.
the Black
yeah.
Keys are only 2 guys. They don't play 4 instruments on stage, but the Black Keys refers to 2 people.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, whatever. Cool. No Fort Minor. Whatever. I guess we won't remember that name. If that's one of his songs, just remember the name.
Great.
Yeah. Cool.
Great, wonderful.
Oh yeah, at least I got a joke in, so I'm happy.
There was a Black Keys album that was all collaborative, that was all with different rap groups and stuff like that, but I think that was all remixy. That doesn't count. It had
no.
like Old Dirty Bastard and Most Def and stuff. It's a good album.
Cool. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't really count, so
Let's
move the fuck on.
See that?
What about the most famous supergroup of all time? Is it really a supergroup? It's not really a supergroup, is it? But the most famous collaborative project I can think of would be the Gorillaz, obviously.
Why?
Because it's not a musical collaboration, but it is still a collaborative project.
Don't know.
Because Damon Albarn
Yeah.
is mixing with Jamie Hewlett, the artist. So it is a collaborative project. It is their thing. It is only when it's the 2 of them
But
together.
the Gorillaz are
and they
a
did
band,
they
though.
did mix with other people. What do
Oh
you mean
yeah,
they are a
true.
band,
But
though?
the Gorillaz are that they're the band. That's like I think it's going back to Fort Minor. They had the side project, but that was just their band. That's like their.
For the reason why Fort Minor didn't count is because only one of them was well known. It's not really a collaborative thing if you don't. It's supposed to be people that you know. Jamie Hewlett was pretty successful with Tank Girl prior to the Gorillaz.
I don't know these names.
Just because you don't know them doesn't mean that's not true.
Well, that goes for Fort Minor as well. See, it works both ways.
It doesn't, because I can draw for you from between my legs
Jeez.
a Tank Girl book. Or how about up here where I can pull out for you a Tank Girl book? Or if we go back down here to the floor again, I can pull you out. Oh, what's that? It's another Tank Girl book.
Okay. Oh,
So
let me listen to this music that
He's
Tank Girl
pretty
was
well established.
making.
It doesn't have to. It's still a musical project they were
Well,
working
I
on
don't
together.
know, because if you're talking about the illustration side of things, he's not really the music. It should be 2 musicians collaborating, if anything, right?
And do you think that it's weird that I really like the first Gorillaz album because of the other people that are on it as well.
Yeah.
I think
When
it's
they
a
had the
shame
rap
that they
essays and-
stopped having, especially Dell.
Yeah, really like that song.
Well, there was several on there that he was on.
Oh no, but
Really
the main
good.
one being was that Clint Eastwood? Was that the main
Yeah.
one? That was the main one, wasn't it? Yeah.
Finally, someone let me
Yeah,
down of my cage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
But that obviously had all of Deltron on it.
Yeah.
I suppose Deltron's another thing we should go into afterwards.
I was
But,
going to touch on that.
But all 3 of Deltron
Yeah.
came together because of the first Gorillaz album. It
Okay,
had
so
Dan the Automator, Kid
Delta-
Koala, and
Delta
Delta
Funky
Funky Homo Sapien were
yeah.
all on the first Gorillaz
What?
album.
with Deltron,
Yeah.
wasn't Del the main guy? He was the front man. He was the rapper. He was the voice. And
Of which?
the Deltron
Of
3000.
Deltron.
Yeah. So the other 2 being what? I guess. But
Kid
it's
Koala's
a
the
collaborative.
turntablist.
Yeah, it's still a collaborative
Dan's
project,
the
though.
producer.
Yeah.
But they'd all done stuff
Do
before
you know what's
that.
interesting about all of those? They all do music.
Yeah. Alright. Well, fine then. Let's talk about Deltron 3030.
Sorry, Gorillaz, love you.
So they were all established because obviously Del was in Hieroglyphics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kid Koala's been doing stuff on his own forever.
Yeah.
In a fucking koala costume.
Who was that one?
Dan the Automator, who's a producer that's done shitloads, and he's got several other bands as well,
Really?
including Got a Girl with Mary Winstead.
Cool.
Do you know that?
No.
I've got it here somewhere. It's got a great album cover. It's
Got a girl.
very 70s. The album cover.
Very.
It's very nice. She's a good singer.
Yeah.
Underappreciated as a singer. She's done Gorilla stuff as well, but she's very good.
Oh, cool.
I think has she done Gorilla stuff? I think she does skits on it. She's done all of Deltron 3030. She's definitely done some stuff on that.
You say 3030?
Yeah.
Did I say 3000?
Yeah. I think you did, but it's 3030.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I really like the first album more than the second Deltron album. I really like the first one.
I've listened to both of them and I couldn't tell you which is the first or the second.
It's
or
more,
what songs are in which.
It's quite a conceptual album. Really,
yeah, no,
because they're all like a sci-fi.
Yeah. It's really clever.
Weird,
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that.
I remember wanting to do something similar to that. I talked to somebody about doing something similar to that after we both started listening to Deltron 3030. But I think it's an interesting style, yeah.
Whatever happened to your... Because I swear you did slightly do that, because you had a couple things that were like quite... No, I don't want to say they were spacey. Actually, no, I'm chatting out my ass.
I did write some... It was like an apocalyptic scenario we'd written some stuff for. We never ended up doing it. What, just me on my own?
Yeah.
I'd never did anything that was like that. I've written stories and stuff like that.
I'm talking about the tracks though.
Yeah, no, I've got some like sci-fi themed shit.
Yeah,
you mean the mixtape that I made in a week 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was going to re-record and never did. Yeah, I still need to put that out at some point.
No, it's really good actually.
Thank you. There was a sci-fi song.
Was it just one song there?
Yeah, it had a lot of sci-fi samples in it.
Yeah, okay, maybe it was the sample.
Look forward to my mixtape whenever it comes out. Yeah. It's called Tired of Waiting. Was it called?
Please be called Tired of Waiting.
Yeah, it was. Which is even better.
That's actually perfect.
Yeah, no, I was going to do a series of them. They're all called Kleptomaniac.
Yeah,
because they're all samples.
Yeah.
And I was going to put them all out for free. The first one was called Tired of Waiting, which is even more apt now, so it's definitely still going to be called that. The second one was called Scared of the Silence. But that was all the one with cartoon samples on it. Stuff like that was inspired by Dave's Doom.
Looney Tunes?
Yeah.
No? Oh, damn. Before I had it.
What about more rock ones? You don't really listen
I couldn't give you rock collaborators,
rock
man,
stuff,
unfortunately.
I have a very good one that I really enjoy.
Go on.
There's a band called Them Crooked Vultures.
Okay.
And it is the bass guitarist from Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
That guy.
Can I...
And Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age together.
Can I make a point with rock?
Yeah.
Though. Isn't it somewhat normal, though, to have, like, people in more than one band anyways?
Not really.
You know,
most people are in one band... Or if they start up another band, it's not usually with other very well-known musicians. That's that I said earlier. Supergroup. Supergroup is when it's a band made of well-known people coming together to work on one project.
Cool. No, it's just you always hear like someone started a new band or someone's moved there. So it's a bit.
Most people just show up and like perform with them live. It's unusual for them to really start another group together. That's what I would refer to as a collaborative album with rock groups.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's just like... So there's a Foo Fighters song where Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age does the drums for it. But he just came and did that one song.
That one. Okay, fair. Okay.
That is completely the wrong way around because Josh Homme doesn't play the drums that much, I don't think. Dave Grohl, was on a Queens of the Stone Age song playing the drums.
Cool.
It's very good. He's a good drummer. He used to be the drummer in Nirvana.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Who's the vibe?
Don't even play that game.
Oh, that's great. There's a certain sacrilege.
I suppose that it is more common for bands, but that's the thing of like with rap, it's mostly one person.
Yeah.
So if they go and join something else, then that's perfectly normal as well.
Yeah. I
mean, musicians cross over quite a lot, but I'm talking about projects that are
set projects,
smushy people together.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. No, I wouldn't have anything for rap. For rock, to be fair, wouldn't really. Nothing.
There must be more.
Quite clicks. I mean, there's stuff though for like, so say, so like grime, for instance. Now we want to talk grime. I could talk some grime right here, but it's just really bad at getting the names of the albums. But Boy Better Know, that's a collaborative thing because before they were established with Boy Better Know. So that's Jamie, Skepta, Frisco, Shorty.
Yeah, I know
Maximum,
the first two of these people.
Yeah, you would. And Jammer.
I know who Jamie and Skepta are, but that's it.
Jammer as well. And all of them essentially were solo artists, and then they got together and done some amazing albums.
Yeah.
BBK got an album out, didn't they? Yeah, that's the one that had Too Many Man, there's Too Many Man, Too Many Man. And then there's The Movement, which was Scorcher, Wretch 32, Ghetto, and Merkston. I think Devlin done some things with them as well, and they've got like some old mixtapes and stuff like that was fucking fire.
I thought of like the biggest modern mashup.
God.
Sorry.
God. No.
The biggest is rap one again. Run the Jewels.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's like so Killer Mike and LP. That's like the
that's
biggest
literally,
current
collaborative
project.
So cold.
I love Killer Mike.
So cold. Flipping out. Yeah, that's a really good one actually. And
they're
they
amazing.
did just release an album like this year.
They've got 3 albums in such a short time.
Yeah, because Killer Mike's just forever. Has time to be the politician of the year and at the same time educate kids on the
He's campaigning for Bernie Sanders for some really big stuff.
Strong stuff, man. Really, really appreciated that. Not that I even live in America, but it's a really good thing to see, man. Like
I appreciated it as well. It's that thing of I can't vote in this, I can't be involved in this, but everything you're saying is what I needed to hear.
Yeah.
More from him than from any politician. Yeah. Killer Mike was just explaining everything so perfectly.
You want someone called Killer Mike to
exactly
to to excellently articulate. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's a really cool point actually.
They're huge. Yeah. They're massive. I like really good. On their new stuff, they've got Zach De La Roca on one song as well.
Oh, yeah, cool.
That's tight. I love Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah.
Massive. And,
whoa.
Literally, they just exploded.
They blew up.
There's even, Adult Swim did a remix of one of their albums with cat noises. They're that big.
That's a bit weird.
It's called, Meow the Jewels or something like that.
That's so weird.
I nearly bought it.
No, you did.
Purely for gimmick.
Just to hear.
Purely for gimmick. It was. I think it was for the first album.
So,
but it just had a furry lining on it. I think so.
Or the rap is
No. All the noises, all the music. I think.
What with normal rap on top?
I'm going to play you.
Yeah, you have to because they're
it's called Meow the Jewels. I'm going to play you the song. Meowly. Yeah, Run the Jewels and the Cat album. The Cat album good.
The Cat album was surprisingly good.
It's genuinely catchy. I really wish I'd bought it just for the gimmick factor. I don't think I would have ever listened to it. But it was just the thing of being able to put it on.
Gave it something to aspire to.
I think cats would freak out if they heard that.
No, man. You're going to hear that and be like, what? If he can do it?
Maybe one day I'll be that cat.
I really want a cat to have heard that and want to aspire to be on the train. Oh man, that'd be hilarious. That was really well mixed as well.
I didn't know that.
Great.
According to this list of collaborative stuff I'm looking at, when Kanye West and Jay-Z did that album, it wasn't Kanye West and Jay-Z Watch the Throne. They referred to themselves as The Throne. That's lame as balls.
So it was The Throne.
It was Watch the Throne, and they were called The Throne. I don't think anyone else knew that, but according to this list I'm looking at, that's what they're called. It was supposed to be that was their title.
Alright.
That was weird.
Fine. Yeah, that's good for them.
Hey.
Yeah. Nice. So The Throne were good. That has made me. Actually made me not like the album a bit more. What the fuck?
If that's true, yeah, it's
that's just corny, man. What the hell? Oh, okay, fair enough.
There's a list of people you like in a collaborative thing that I didn't know existed.
What's
Have you
that?
heard of a supergroup called Black Hippie?
Yeah.
with
Kendrick Lamar. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar, J-Rock,
Schoolboy Q.
Oh my god, yeah, man. Black Hippie. They've got.
I've never listened to that. I didn't know that existed.
Seriously,
I like Kendrick and I like Schoolboy Q.
Absol's really good as well. Absol's.
I've never really heard him.
Oh man, Absol's really good, man. Oh my god, what's wrong with me?
I feel like I know the name.
Oh wow, I was literally listening to that on the way here.
Did he do stuff with Tech 9?
I don't know about that actually.
Yeah, with Strange Music. Cool. I feel like I've heard J-Rock before.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
fair. Do you know what? Bringing it back again though. Okay, so. Bear with me. So Black Hippie's definitely going. Yeah, because it's a great album. Yeah, actually, it was a really good album. It was a really good album.
Called?
Black Hippie.
Oh, it's also
yeah, it's called Black Hippie. Yeah, it's called Black Hippie. I think they've got 2 out actually.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what's Tyler's group called? Odd Future. Odd Future. Yeah. Now they were okay. Mostly Frank and Tyler were established, but then so was what was his other name? Left Brain, and then there was the other one.
Producer Demo.
No, there's one other rapper as well. Demo. There's Left Brain. There was one that was just cold as fuck, man.
That was already established from Odd Future.
No, I mean we've established that the only established ones
I feel
were
like
Tyler and Frank, but.
Well, Frank's not really Odd Future. He just collaborates with them.
No, he's Odd Future.
Because it was a thing that he started in school. Tyler started because it was originally a magazine. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
It was originally he wanted to make an alternative magazine about fashion, skateboarding, and music.
Oh, cool.
And it was going to be called Odd Future.
Really well with that.
And obviously Earl Sweatshirt was
Earl.
his friend. Was that who it was?
Yeah.
Jesus, I thought that was so obvious that I didn't mention it.
You have to mention these things.
Yeah, no, because Earl Sweatshirt says a lot even on his music. Like, there's a line where he says, "I was looking for a brother. Tyler was that."
Yeah,
like Tyler the Creator got famous, and he was the one that said you should be doing music. Like Tyler, I don't know how they feel about each other now, but from interviews ages ago, Tyler always thought that Earl Sweatshirt was a better rapper than he was, and that he was the best in the group, and that he was the one that should be super successful. Which I think Earl Sweatshirt is amazing. I like Tyler as well, but
but Earl's like a different level of lyricism.
Is it not just? There's only really 3 things that I don't think Frank Ocean's really.
He is. So they've done that. Remember they done that long ass video where it was all of Odd Future.
What? The internet, please.
It was all of Odd Future doing.
Because I like Earl, Tyler, and the internet. Do you know the band, The Internet?
Is that part of Odd Future?
Yeah. So it's Sid the Kid and
really.
Domo.
I also thought
is it Domo that does it? No,
I also thought
it's not,
the internet was one person.
No, the internet's a couple of them.
Really?
From Odd Future.
Oh, okay. Oh wow, that's even more interesting actually. I didn't even know the Odd Future video.
It's a massive group of them. And then obviously there are some of them that appear on songs but aren't really rappers. Yeah. Like Jasper and Taco.
Jasper, cool. But Jasper's more that they do the acting stuff, the comedy stuff, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They do the sketches and stuff. Yeah. Loiter Squad and
yeah. Man, you know what? Think about it now.
They've got their own festival. They've
full on empire.
So well, Camp Flognor, it's called.
Really?
Yeah.
They just built a full on empire.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They did shitloads because Tyler got successful and he just took everyone with him.
Yeah.
But they're all people that he was doing stuff with anyway.
Yeah, good friends with and stuff like that. Yeah, man. What was it? He made millions of socks, Tyler.
Yeah.
Just
I've got some of their socks.
Just the socks.
My watermelon socks are Odd Future socks.
It's crazy, man. That's so crazy, man. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, a million of fucking, like, forget the music, man. The socks alone. Crazy. Are you still trying to...
I'm trying to remember who it is that's actually... Because I swear someone actually from Odd Future is part of the internet as well. It's Matt... What's his name? Matt Martians.
What's Matt Martians? See, the best thing to understand who is Odd Future...
According to Wikipedia, they're not in Odd Future anymore.
What, the internet?
Yeah.
Okay. I never knew that.
And Frank Ocean is on the list.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No,
I didn't realise that he was. I thought he was like his own separate thing.
No, because you know when
I thought him and Tyler were friends, so they did a lot of stuff together. Like Earl Sweatshirt and Vince Staples do stuff together. Yeah. I thought it was that kind of situation. Much like going all the way back to Method Man and Redman, where Redman's in no way part of the Wu-Tang Clan, but you associate them with them because of Method Man. So you go, I don't think of him as being part of Wu-Tang Clan. I just go, if I think of the Wu-Tang Clan, I also go him as well.
Yeah.
Much like I would go, Doom is in some way involved in them as well because of him and RZA, and they've collaborated on stuff a lot. And Ghostface, you know what I mean? They're around the same bubble.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't realise there's actually...
No, very much so. When he released his album, like, Odd Future were all over it, man. Like, great. It's just such a great unit, you know? Like, funny enough, when like, Frank came out...
considered part of it anymore.
What, on the internet?
Yeah, it just says... Well, it just says that Sid the Kid and Matt Martians aren't... They're former members, but I wonder if it's just that they don't tour with them and stuff like that anymore. Yeah, maybe they've just
got their own solo.
Yeah, I think
the internet's quite big on their own now. Yeah,
I really like the internet.
Yeah, I seriously didn't know that it was part of our future. That's interesting.
So, going all the way back, what were you talking about?
With regards to... I mean, we're
talking about Odd Future.
Oh, just what they're so you've got Left Brain and someone else had a collaborative album where it was just basically them two.
Yeah.
But won't most Odd Future thing be a collaborative album?
Hodgie did.
Hodgie Beats. Yes, thank you. That's the one I really
Black
forgot.
and White.
Yeah. Funky as hell.
Well, he's done 2 with it. Oh no,
Funky.
3. Numbers and Mellow High.
Mellow High and the other one.
Mellow High is with Domo Genesis.
Yeah.
As the group Mellow High.
Yeah.
Is them
but isn't that
together.
what the
Mellow Hype.
Is that what the
is him and
album's
Hodgie.
called?
The third. Sorry, it's confusing. Right, so him and Hodgie are Mellow Hype.
Yeah.
So they've done 2 albums together, and then with Domo Genesis as well, it's Mellow High, and that is also the name of the album.
Okay, okay, cool, fair enough.
You've heard that one.
That is genuinely good. I feel like they've done it on purpose. They feel like they're the type of people that do that shit on purpose. Cool. Yeah, Mellow High is really good. Really good album. Like, and it was like, for me, it was like the weirdest. I mean, it sounds weird, but it was the weirdest side of what they were doing.
I've just seen a band that I love. Carry on.
No, go on.
No,
that was it. That's what I was saying. The weirdest side of it.
There's a band called The Dead Weather, who I fucking love.
Cool.
It's Jack White from the White Stripes and the Raconteurs, obviously, he was in as well. Someone from Queens of the Stone Age, someone else who was also in the Raconteurs as well.
Cool.
And Alison Mosshart from The Kills. They're really good. They're like really heavy, not really heavy, just really heavy, like tonally, not sound. They're not like metal sounding. They've just got like this sort of explosive.
Yeah.
Jack White's quite like that anyway. Even when he's doing like White Stripes weren't a heavy band. They were like a lighter indie band, but they were heavy sounds. They're like Icky Thump has got that. It's got that kind. They were like that. They're fucking awesome.
Punchy.
Yeah, punchy.
Yeah.
I really, really like The Dead Weather though, so that's going up there for me. I feel
fair. I'm gonna stop my list there because
and also they've got a song called "Treat Me Like Your Mother," which is just
Treat
brilliant.
Me Like Your Mother.
Treat me like your mother. That's the last line of the chorus.
Is that like a cuss song? Is that like the equivalent of a sending track, a diss track?
No,
I wish. Right.
I'm gonna have to pause you for a second and play you this song.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Punchy. Yeah. I liked it.
But I love that song, and I was just saying while I was listening to it, the song is actually about like being respectful of someone, otherwise they'll fuck you up.
Half of this song.
That's a cool song.
It's not diss. It's more warning.
No, it's a threat song.
Yeah. That's the one.
You better learn to shake hands and treat me like your mother. Such a good line.
Well, what if you're terrible to your mother?
Oh. Well, then you're not treating your mother like your mother, but you still better treat me like I'm your fucking mother. You better treat me better than your mother.
I won't take that shit.
Your mother might beat your ass, but I've killed you.
Oh, fuck no. That was strong and scary. Jesus Christ. Yeah, man, my list is gonna have to...
Yeah,
list is
I've got so many more to look through. I think we could still do a little bit more time because I feel like I need to find more. I feel like I'm missing so much because we are mostly talking about rap.
To be fair,
like there's a lot of rock stuff I'm missing.
Oh, that's gonna all be you. Go on. Rock My World. See, I don't know.
There's a good one. There's a band called Monsters of Folk.
Okay.
And it's Jim James from My Morning Jacket, who I love.
Yeah.
One of my favourite bands. And Em Ward, who's in She and Him, which is Zooey Deschanel's band.
Oh yeah, cool.
But them and a few other
people.
people.
Zooey Deschanel?
Yeah.
As in, Actor,
As
actress,
in old big eyes.
actress.
Yeah,
She's got a band.
yeah.
Really?
She sings. She's really good. It's like folk
Wow.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. But her band is her and M Ward. They're called She and Him. It's the
cool.
two of them singing together. But they're in a band together. I really like Monsters of Folk. So
did she do Juno?
Juno, no.
Juno.
I think she was in Juno.
Who was in Juno?
Are
They've
you
got a
asking
band.
who Juno was?
Yeah, they've got a band as well. Haven't they?
Juno was Ellen Page.
Ellen Page. Okay,
It was Ellen
cool.
Page and Michael Cera.
Yeah. Well, it's good music in that, and it was quite folky.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah, the music from that is an actual band. I can't remember who it is.
Yeah.
Mouldy Peaches, who I was talking about earlier.
Oh, okay.
A lot of the music from that is Mouldy Peaches.
Nice stuff.
There's a few other people, but yeah. The one that you are remembering probably from towards the end, like the main song is a Mouldy Peaches song.
Oh, yeah. God. Yeah, that was a running theme, I guess.
That's weird that it all linked back around to Mouldy Peaches.
So what was that band again? The one with Zoe Deschanel?
She and Him, they're called.
She and him. She and him.
She and Him.
Cool.
Which is a weird name. But they're really good. I don't know if that counts as a collaborative thing, because that's kind of how their music took off, was because of that.
Oh,
Where as much as M Ward had been doing stuff for years, and he'd done solo stuff, she was vastly more known as an actress, not as a musician. So if we're ruling out Gorillaz because Jamie Hewlett's an artist, then I suppose we rule that out as well.
Yeah, I mean, I still didn't know she'd done music, so...
you things that you don't know still exist.
No.
They do.
This is how the real reality of world is created. I can't believe what I said this was. Let's just skip past that.
Yeah.
But reality is created from your own personal knowledge, right?
What about my personal knowledge?
Fuck, your personal knowledge ain't real.
Are you being a solopolist again? Ever since I taught you what that was.
If it doesn't exist in my realm, is it really real?
Exist?
That's what you have. This is how you have to live life. You know. So she doesn't do music, unfortunately. I've only seen her in films, so she needs to play me some of her music.
I've never seen her in person, so she still might not be real.
She might not be real.
You ever thought about that? Might just
you ever thought about that? Exactly.
CGI.
I don't know. CGI's a scary thing these days, man. I heard Leonardo DiCaprio's. Sorry, I can't. I'm taking this. I heard he died about 10 years ago.
Right.
So every sign
he never really did win that Oscar.
No,
that was CGI.
That was CGI. That's a tragic of it. The tragedy of him winning that Oscar is he never won it.
What if the Oscar wasn't real either? That was just CGI.
Whoa. What if these things don't actually exist?
According to this list, Foo Fighters
is a collaborative
considered a supergroup.
I'll say.
Well, because Dave Grohl was in Nirvana.
Actually, yeah. And then...
some of them were in Sunny Day Real Estate, who were a band before.
Okay. They were a thing at some point.
No, I know that band.
Yeah.
I said, well, Pat Smear was in a band called The Germs, but he was also in Nirvana. So it's kind of them coming together from Sunny Day Real Estate and Nirvana.
I mean, this is going to sound bad. Does it count
Foo
if
Fighters
they're
like one of the biggest bands?
They are, yeah.
Of the current
No, definitely. But does it count as a collaborative project if their last project ended
because of death?
It's like, it's like, hey guys,
I kind of agree with you. It's not like it was a thing of we were going to do this. It's kind of like, well, Nirvana ended. Eventually, they went on to do something else.
Yeah.
But it is a super group. It's still a collaboration because they were already established. That was our one role.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Actually, very, very good point.
Do you think that Foo Fighters should go on the list?
Yeah, because they're
going to go pretty high on the list if they are.
Yeah. No, that's strong. That's a strong. It's to the point where even I know them.
Ah.
So they are real. They're real.
So they exist. Yeah.
They do exist. Lucky for all of us.
There's some on here who, as much as they would have been, I'm looking at the Breeders, who's a band I really like, and I guess they must be a super group. That there were people from other bands, but not bands that I really know, so I don't know if I can count them to put on the list. The only person I know of being in a band previously was Kim Deal being in the Pixies, but I don't really know the other two bands that are listed on there, so I don't know if I can count that myself.
Yeah. Is it so you don't know them, so they're not real?
I
Is
do
that kind of
know
what they're-
them as that band.
Yeah.
But the other bands don't exist.
Exactly. There we go.
Yeah.
See. Does it not make life so much
your
easier?
rules.
If it's everyone should live under these rules.
Is it just that the things that you don't know don't exist, or is it just they don't matter? They hold
Is
no
there a
importance
difference? Is there a
because you're not
difference?
involved.
If it doesn't matter, does it exist? Fuck it. No. Basically, the reality of it is, and there you go. Man,
You had nothing else to go with
absolutely
that.
Fuck all. I thought I was gonna open my mouth. And
A lot of things on here are considered supergroups, but I would say if the supergroup is more famous than the actual group, it doesn't count.
Really?
Yeah, I would, because it's got like ABBA is technically a supergroup because they were all in previous bands. But do you know any of them other than ABBA?
I don't even know who was in ABBA.
ABBA outweighs the
Yeah,
other bands.
okay,
you know what I mean?
okay, yeah. That's a good point.
That's like it's got Journey on here as well, and one of them was in the Steve Miller band. Two of them played with Santana's band, who were called Santana. But you would just know them as Journey more than the other stuff.
Which Santana is this? The one that done
Carlos
Maria?
Santana.
Maria.
Yeah,
He done
he did.
Maria. Yeah, sick. Cool. Or as it's now called, Despacito.
Oh, is that a rip-off of that? I've never listened to that
Is
song.
it literally?
I've heard people play it, but I've never.
Oh man, it's
Does not interest me.
It's the good bit of the song.
It's Maria.
Yeah.
Is it literally just straight up that though?
Mate,
it a
seriously,
sample?
like, yeah,
Oh, fun time.
yeah, like, it's so silly. It's like, whoa, that bit of the song sounds great. Yeah, it's a whole different song. That sounds really good.
You can do that by accident though.
Yeah.
With some stuff. And then that's like everyone likes Robot Rock by Daft Punk. You know, that is literally just another song. Like straight up, not even close to being a sample. It is just they've put someone else's song on.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm gonna stop it again to play you this because it's a musical episode. I'm afraid it's gonna have to happen.
Prove how much a rip-off they are.
So, yeah, I played you Robot Rock and the other thing, same song.
Yeah, literally the same song.
It's just like one huge sample when they say Robot Rock over it.
Yeah.
And then we tried to listen to what you thought was a Santana sample. It's not in Despacito though.
It's in Wild Thoughts.
It's in Wild Thoughts, DJ Khaled, Rihanna and Bryson
Tiller.
Yeah. But that's just straight up a sample. But he probably paid for that. But yeah, the Bieber version is so much worse than the regular version of
Daddy Yankee.
Daddy Yankee, yeah.
Daddy Yankee. Just as a side note, fuck Bieber, fuck Miley Cyrus, fuck you both. Fucking assholes.
I can leave that one in because you didn't call anyone the C word this time.
Oh, did I call a C word last time?
Yeah, that's why I had to chop it out.
Okay, cool.
Because it was too aggressive.
It was.
You got too aggressive.
I got really
I understand your anger at Miley Cyrus. You need to say it in calm tones.
Did you see the article?
I saw the article of her saying that she was leaving hip hop.
Yeah.
And I thought that was funny because I didn't know she'd joined in.
I don't know.
And I do remember the thing that you got angry about afterwards as well, and I do agree with that. She said that she was leaving because she'd stopped doing drugs and stuff, and that was just a really fucked up thing to say.
Yeah. Like what?
Yeah.
Oh! I can't do hip hop no more. I'm a good little girl now.
She's gone back to being Hannah Montana. That's why she can't do hip hop anymore.
What? Disney's come back with a paycheck? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Fucking arsehole.
They're bringing them all back.
Oh, seriously, man. Oh, no,
some of them I'd pay to watch the adult versions of them do the same.
What, That's So Raven?
Would you not still watch That's So Raven and Sweet Life of Zack and Cody?
Yeah, I
with
would
them
actually.
as adults still.
Yeah.
I'd watch the shit.
Do you know what?
Imagine like a serious version of it as well. Like, you know, like they've done Riverdale for the Archie. He's in that, one of the Sprouse peoples. Cool. One of them is in Riverdale, I think, but it's Archie, like Archie Comics, but as a serious drama show.
Oh, okay.
Imagine like that kind of thing, but with
Goldie?
Sweet Life.
Which one though? The one of them on the boat?
Not on the boat. not on deck. I didn't say Sweet Life on deck. Oh, on the normal one with Ashley Tisdale. Was he called Mr. Mosby?
Mosby,
was the guy that owned the hotel.
No, he wasn't. He didn't own the hotel.
Oh, he ran the hotel.
It was
London Tipton.
Yeah, it was her. It was.
He owned. I meant
Tipton's a real hotel.
It's a Hilton joke.
No, but isn't the Tipton an actual thing?
Maybe.
Oh, okay, so
but it's Paris Hilton, London Tipton.
Yeah.
Yeah. London, Paris, get it?
And then she'd make a
She'd
serious
never get to
version and
that.
see if she'd make some porno, because that'd be interesting.
Don't get creepy with it.
That was not creepy. That was. Yeah.
I think, as much as always, there's going to be a lot that we missed. I feel like I could flick through my iPod and probably find some more things that I've missed as well.
100%.
Which is a bit silly, really. But are we going to leave it there? Shall I just go through the list of what we've got at the moment?
Yeah, go for the list.
So we've got at the moment who we now know as The Throne.
Can I?
Jay-Z and Kanye West.
There's one
If that's
more.
true,
There's
I don't know if
one
that's
more I
no, go on,
wanna put in
add
there.
anything else you
The
figure
foreign
out,
exchange.
Who that?
So the foreign exchange is a mixture. They weren't majorly established before, but they were established individually. So it was I think it was a French DJ called Nikolai.
Yeah.
And then he brought a bunch of rappers together. I can't remember the rappers' names on these though, because I just know them as the foreign exchange. Now it's not the first album. The first album's a lot more soulful and a lot more singing orientated. It's the second album. I can't remember what the second album was called. But all of the foreign exchange stuff is just collaborative projects. I think Nikolai is just the forefront of that kind of thing. But they're really good, and they've got one of my favourite songs ever, Happy or Happiness. Good people, good music, good money, make you happy. So happy.
I don't
know. No, you wouldn't. They're not. They're like, I mean, I don't think they're extremely massive, but with regards to a collaborative project, fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, some great songs in that. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they'll go on there, to be fair, but I will definitely give them a shout out.
I have two other albums I want to talk about quickly,
Go
because
on.
I've only heard parts of it.
Yeah.
But I can't really vouch for the whole album to put into it. I just feel like it'd be a shame not to mention them
Yeah.
before we do the whole list. So I'm really into St. Vincent, and she did an album called Love This Giant
Yeah.
with David Byrne. But yeah, I love St. Vincent, and I've only heard like one song off of it, but I haven't actually got the whole album yet. So it's probably a really good album, but I haven't listened to it. Go on, what's the one you're really excited about?
No. It's just to say no. They were established because the rapper on there is Fonte, and Fonte is sick. So it's Nikolai and Fonte, foreign exchange, and now just because of that, they're getting back up there because I fucking love Fonte. He's great.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've written it on the list.
No, please, thank you.
So my other one is a bit of a weird one, and again, it's someone I've only listened to like one of their songs.
Yeah.
But I listened to their other music, so I'm sure it's good, but I haven't actually listened to it yet. And the other one was someone that's sort of regained a lot of fame recently, but what she was popular in like 2010-11 because memes.
Memes.
Yeah, because memes. If you happen to know me well, you'll know that I don't like memes at all.
Really?
I think they're really stupid. And it's mostly
What?
people that...
Memes are stupid.
No, not just like... Obviously, some of them are supposed to be stupid, but I think a lot of it is just people trying to be in on a joke that doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's what memes is.
But do you know what vaporwave is?
No.
So vaporwave is like an art style and a music genre,
Okay.
kind
Okay,
of.
Sure.
It's not really... It's like an experimental... It's experimental music
Yeah.
that people sort of assigned to this meme. So the meme is all in like a lot of vector graphics, early computer digital stuff, pixel art, and like a sort of... Would you understand what I meant by Miami neon colours? So like orange, yellow, purple.
Oh yeah.
Sunset
blues.
looks
Yeah,
like
yeah,
cocktails.
Yeah.
Like
All
that
day,
kind of
all
stuff
day.
and palm trees.
Cool.
So that's what vaporwave is.
Cool.
So when that so that's kind of been a resurgence of that and people making that into a thing again.
Fair.
But when it originally happened in like 2010-11, so there's an artist called Vectroid who has used so many different aliases, but she did an album then under the name Macintosh Plus. The album's called Flower Shop.
Cool.
But that's the vaporwave album.
Okay.
And there's a lot of really fake stuff that's like trying to be like vaporwave.
So she's a cult.
It was essentially it's like an accidental cult. She's like
Sick.
she's an experimental musician.
Yeah.
And she released this album some people caught onto it, and a lot of people on like Tumblr and stuff like that were trying to come up with fake genres. It was like an ironic genre situation in like this pit. In like a space of a year, there was all these things like sea punk as well, which is like nautical electro punk music.
Cool.
There's all of these weird genres. Cloud rap, I think, was then as well.
Cloud rap.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. But all of this happened, and she kind of became part of this without really meaning to. And there's also there's a band called Blank Banshee who kind of became like a vaporwave thing by accident as well. Their music isn't even like hers. It's completely different. It's just people put them together.
There's a sign in them. Okay, cool.
Blank Banshee sounds like XXYYXX, like Burial, people like that.
Cool.
You heard of a label called Hyperdub?
No.
It sounds like that kind of music. But it makes no sense, but they kind of got forced into it. But she's an amazing musician, Vexroid.
Okay.
Her name's Ramona something, I can't remember her proper name. But as Vexroid, she's in quite a while ago now, actually. But she did an album with a guy called Sadiq, who's a rapper. And
You sure it's not Sadiq Khan?
It's not Sadiq Khan.
Cool.
It's not like a side gig from all the boxing. It's just a rapper called Sadiq.
I was talking about what's the name of the mayor? I thought the mayor's Sadiq.
Oh no, that is Sadiq Khan.
Yeah,
Who am I
talking
thinking
about
of? Amir Khan. I'm thinking of.
Jesus.
I'm getting my national peaks
Boxers.
mixed up.
Come on, these are national treasures.
I like both of them, but don't really pay much attention to their work because I've got things to do.
No, I don't really
I'm
care
not super
about
interested in boxing. I like some of the things that Sadiq Khan has said that he's doing,
boxing.
but I don't really care who's the mayor of London as long as it's not Boris Johnson anymore.
Hey yo, Boris is the most fun mayor you could have.
That is not what you want from a politician.
It is.
Being funny is not good.
I think you're taking politics too seriously. It's clearly for entertainment, right? And if there's anyone who's more entertaining than Boris, please bring them here.
Back to my point. I've listened to a couple of songs off of Sadiq and Vectroid's album Midnight Run, and I really like it. So I this was literally like 2 days ago.
Is it good jogging music?
Is it good what?
Jogging music.
Jogging music because of Midnight Run. Great.
Okay.
Um,
what? Oh man, his jokes are great.
But I really enjoyed that, so I'm sure that's really good as well. Shall we go through the list and actually pick our stuff now?
Well, yeah, sure. Well, let's have a run through. Okay.
Right. So, Jay-Z and Kanye West, Watch the Throne, Mad Villain. The album's called Mad Villainy. Danger Doom, the album's called The Mouse in the Mask, I think.
Cool.
Niles Barkley's 2 albums. The first one's called Saint Elsewhere. That's the one that's probably going to go on my list. Black Star, Mos Def and Talib Kweli.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I like how often Talib Kweli goes 1, 2, 3 in the place to be, name someone else, Talib Kweli. At the beginning of songs, because he does that on Black Star. Yeah, that is literally the chorus to a Black Star song. Yeah. But he's on Mouse in the Mask, and he goes 1, 2, 3 in the place to be. It's MF Doom and Talib Kweli. It's literally like the same line, but he's done that on a few different songs, which is quite funny.
Running themes.
Distant Relatives, Nas and Junior Gold.
Yeah.
The Uncluded, which is Aesop Rock and Kimmy Dawson from the Mouldy Peaches. I've written down Hail Mary Mallon because I really like Hail Mary Mallon, which is Aesop Rock and Rob Sonic. The album Bestiary is really good. I'm going to play you one of the songs after this podcast that is just... It's a fucking good song. I can quote you some of it. It's called Wales. It's about money. So the opening of it is just money, motherfucker. It's money on my motherfucking mind. Got 5 haircuts at the same time. White gold pants, jet ski made of wine, foie gras bust of Albert Einstein, get money. It's the first lines of that song. It's all just about, here are some stupid things I would buy if I was rich. It's basically the
5
intro
haircuts
to that.
seems really...
5 haircuts at the same time.
I just don't see how that works logistically, you know?
Gorillas you've discounted, so I'm going to take them off.
Yep.
But that should have been Deltron 3030.
Should have been Delton.
So I've put them on the list now. I forgot to put them on, so I've replaced them. Them Crooked Vultures, which is Queens of Stone Age, Led Zeppelin, Foo Fighters, MASH, Run the Jewels,
yeah, buddy.
Black Hippie,
yeah, buddy.
Dead Weather, Foo Fighters, who I did not realise were considered a supergroup, and Foreign Exchange.
Sick. Oh, that's actually okay. Yeah, the list wasn't
quite
as bad
hard,
as it.
Isn't it?
I think I'm about there.
Are you?
Yeah.
Who are you going
Oh,
for,
you didn't
then?
put so you didn't put No Odd Future?
They're not. No. I feel like that was the intention the entire time.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I feel like that's they'd always been a group. It's just one of them got famous from the group. Like I would still consider Wu-Tang Clan if just Method Man got famous first.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
So you got your 5.
Yeah, I mean Black Hippie and Black Star are going there. Not just because they got black in it. That's terrible. Yeah, Black Hippie, Black Star. And then Foreign Exchange, I fucking love. The Foreign Exchange one, I'll probably go for... They've got authenticity and connection, I think. I want to go for connection, because it's really good. Run the Jewels.
Run the Jewels. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have Run the Jewels on my list, so I'm glad that you are.
Oh.
I really like Run the Jewels, but there are 5 bands I like more.
You got the bands going there, so...
It's not just bands, but yeah, I think there's 5 people on there I think I like and listen to more.
I don't listen to Run the Jewels as much as I should, to be fair.
No, neither do I. It's the same thing of I really like them, but I don't listen to them as much as I feel like I should do.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I've got
what were your 5?
So that's 4.
Was it Foreign Exchange?
Foreign Exchange, Black Hippie, Black Star, and Run the Jewels. The 5th one, I really don't want to put Watch the Throne on there though. Like I did really enjoy the album, but I didn't. Like for me, a lot of these collaborative albums, they've been very, they've shown a different kind of approach for each artist. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, like Run the Jewels, it's big Killer Mike. You know, it's a lot more. Like his solo stuff can be a little bit more, I guess, somber.
Yeah.
You know, and like, but I think Run the Jewels are
It's very energetic.
Very energetic.
Yeah.
You know, it's great stuff.
I don't know who actually does the music. I know LP is a producer as well, so I don't know if he does their music.
I wouldn't be surprised.
But I think his stuff is a bit more like that. His other stuff that I've heard.
Yeah,
LP. He does do some somber shit as well, but I've heard him do more energetic stuff.
Fair. I mean, Foreign Exchange, like I said, I didn't even know it was Fonte. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's how different. Like, I don't know. It's just the whole production value was different. But what we've watched the Throne. It was just Jay-Z and Nas.
Yeah.
There wasn't a kind of, you know, really big, impactful mix with what they do. It was just these two were doing tracks together, you know? Yeah. Which is why I'm a little bit, I'm just a little bit uneasy putting that under my top 5. Great stuff, but I don't want to put my top 5. What else was on the list?
Do you remember reread the whole fucking list?
Yeah, the whole fucking thing.
So, Jay-Z and Kanye West.
Yeah.
Mad Villain.
Yeah.
Danger Doom, Niles Barkley, Black Star, Distant Relatives.
Distant Relatives, that's it. Yeah, I knew I was forgetting to say that's it.
I feel like we may have a number 1 between us there as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's the only crossover on our list.
Yeah,
so mine is The Uncluded, which is Aesop and Kimmy Dawson, The Dead Weather, Niles Barkley, and Danger Doom.
Cool.
So that Danger Doom album is one of my 2 favourite albums of all time, so I kind of don't have a top. It's that and Rated R by Queens of the Stone Age are my 2 favourite albums of all time. So it's kind of like that has to go number 1. And I Mad Villain would be on there, but I didn't want to put two the same.
Two dooms.
But I would say
we'll be doomed.
As that's on neither of our lists, can we put that as a runner-up? Because as we said right at the beginning,
I quite like that.
That is like a solid album.
It is.
It might not be like my. It obviously didn't make my list because there's another album with Doob on it that I prefer.
But it is just Doob album, to be fair.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's super solid.
Yeah.
But then our crossover, and I'm assuming is going to end up being number 1. Nas and Junior Gold, Distant Relatives. It's a really good album.
What was that song?
Even just the song As We Enter.
As we enter. Sorry.
Yeah. Even just that. Just listen to that song. It's really good.
Strong. Very strong. Very strong. No, they've got really good songs in that as well. Yeah. What's the one with the chanting? Savali, Savali, Savali. Patience. Also known as Sabali.
Sabali.
I
don't remember that. I've listened to that album quite a lot, but I genuinely don't remember
really
that.
It's really hypnotic as well, I feel. Like, because of that, it's the pitch and it sways with you like that.
Yeah. That's a really good album.
The whole album,
What's your favourite song on the album?
Yeah, no, I mean, to be fair, somebody really...
for anyone listening.
Yeah, no, I mean, very good. No, I mean...
Spelled nah, N-A-H, mean.
How else do you spell nah?
Jesus. No, N-A.
Whoa.
Nah.
That's not applicable.
Don't. Obviously, the single from it was... fucking hell. as we enter. That's kind of the most popular song from it.
It is,
Yeah,
yeah,
No Means
but-
my favourite.
God, I'm gonna go with Somebody because
Promise.
Patience.
Not
Sorry,
Promise.
I just like Somebody
Yeah.
as the chant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good album. Go listen to that.
Dude.
Well, we've kind of, it's an entire thing of shout outs. I was going to
It
say shout
was.
outs. It's an entire
There was a
thing
lot
of
of
shout outs.
shout-outs.
I'd still want to reiterate, though, to go and listen to Fugazi Wu-Tang mashup. It's really good.
Cool.
Really, genuinely.
Yeah.
You should listen to it as well.
Yeah.
Go listen to that.
I would say.
Oh, go on.
I would
Go for
say
it.
Fonte.
Go on.
People just listen to
Just listen to
Fonte.
Fontaine.
He's Fonte. Phonte.
Ah,
Fonte. Amazingly underrated rapper.
cool.
There you go.
Your personal plugs?
Personal plugs this week. So this week this podcast is coming out. I'm gonna have a quick remix mixtape out for y'all. So just keep an eye out for that, man. All my
On your
socials.
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud,
Which is
and
SoundCloud.
Bandcamp as well, actually.
Oh, yeah, Bandcamp as well.
Yeah.
SoundCloud.com/Mr. Souls, spelled
yeah,
MRSOLS.
yeah, but
You can get links from that to everything else. Maybe not
you
Bandcamp.
can. I'm gonna put band. I may just put
You'll
Bandcamp
link it on there as well.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way to
that's
do
the
it.
easiest way to do it.
Put it all
yeah.
in one place.
All in
If
one.
you want to hear more from me, you can go on YouTube and search Renegade Pineapple. You can watch me play Let's Plays. I don't think I've got anything else to link from that. Most of my links are for this podcast.
So you keep following it, you find yourself
But
right.
if you want to
back
hear
here.
more from this podcast, wherever you are, there are links to the other places you can listen and download. It's on YouTube, SoundCloud,
What?
iTunes.
What?
And you can leave us comments, reviews, like it,
Yeah, you
subscribe,
can.
share it, tell everyone, tell us how good we are through reviews and comments.
Wow.
And tell us what your favourite collaborative album is, and if you like any of the albums we've talked about. Or just
Also-
or the bands, whatever it is. Just tell us what you like that we've talked about and why you like it. And what's your question of the day?
So rather than collaborative artists,
Yeah.
what genres would you like to see?
Well, you've already
meshed
done
together?
this. This
What?
was last week's question.
What, the genres?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Literally last week's question was which two genres would you like to see mixed together and who would you like to mix them together?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow, that's like, I feel like I preempted that a bit too much
I have
then.
like a dark question
Go
that would
on,
be more
go
fun.
on. You can chuck this one in.
For my questions for this week,
Go on.
which only happens every now and then, I think this is like my third question.
This is interesting.
What would you like to see as the opposite of collaboration? Who from a group would you like to see go solo?
Ah,
Yeah.
cool, that's interesting.
Who do you want to break up?
Yeah. Bring them up.
So that's it for this week's podcast. Next week we'll be doing a regular topics version where we look deeper into topics that we've picked.
Topical.
Please go and tell everyone about this podcast. See you next week. Goodbye.
It's a wonderful waste of time.